What's up, Sun Rays? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing another wash and go, and I'm going to be using the Eden BodyWorks Lavender Aloe Smoothing Gel. You guys know that I have talked about this line a lot on my channel, saying that I love it, and I did do a wash and go with this the very first time I used it. I'll link it here. And I was scared. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, so I didn't use a lot. So I got kind of a fluffy wash and go. So I have used it several times since then. I love it. I did a short on it, and you guys saw that, and you really liked it. But I don't think that I have actually come on here and shown a long form video since the first time that I used it. I don't think. So I want to do that today, okay? And the other reason why I'm using this is because I have a busy week this week and I need my hair to turn out, and I know my hair usually turns out with this product, and so we're going to go with it today. So I put the leave-in in the shower like I always do. You guys can see how nice and juicy my hair looks. It looks dark, it looks healthy, and that's what I love about this leave-in. I applied it to soaking wet hair in the shower. So yeah, it's already on my hair, and I'm just going to go ahead and start applying the gel. And guys, I'm going to just hurry up and rush through this because it's later in the day and I just want to get it done. If you need more detail on how I do my wash and goes, I got a whole playlist of wash and goes. I'll try to link it if you want to take a look at it so you can see what I do. But the leave-in is already on my hair. My hair looks good. So I'm going to go in with this smoothing gel. It just looks like a gel, but it's very smooth. And for those of you who keep asking about the scent, I always say the scent isn't that strong. To me, it's not, but someone else said it was too strong for them. So if you're sensitive to scents, it may be strong for you, especially the lavender part of it. You can definitely get the lavender scent, okay? You can definitely smell it. So if you're not big on lavender and you're sensitive to scents, this might be strong for you, but it doesn't bother me, okay? So I do want to let you know that. So I went on and I just applied it to my hair, and talking, I forgot to rub it in my hands like I normally do, but I normally rub it between my hands, warm it up, and then apply it. And then, you know, this is what it looks like. So yeah, let me just go ahead and keep applying. So I'm gonna get a little bit more. Wait a minute, let me see. Get a little bit more, rub it, and then apply it to my hair. And I have not had this flake, so that's another thing that I love about it. I make sure every strand is coated. You can tell when your strands are coated because they start to look a little, you know, like this. You don't see a lot of frizz. And you should be able to feel the difference between where it's coated and then where, you know, you may need a little bit more, you know. So then that's when I'll go in on my ends if it didn't make it all the way down and make sure my ends are coated. So that's what I do. And then I just rake it through and let it go. So do it again. Pull it down. Rake it through. Make sure everything is coated. Feels good. I just love that leave-in though. It did kind of foam up today, which I don't know if I paid attention to it foaming before, but it still starts to just define your curls ahead of time. It's something about it is so moisturizing. It just starts to define the curls ahead of time and get your curls ready for the gel. So I like that about it. Guys, sorry if you can hear that beeping. My crock pot is going off. Okay, multitasking here, multitasking. It's real life over here, real life. And because it's a crock pot, I'm not worried about it. it's not done. I know it's not done. I just wanted to put it on a timer so I can check it and see how it's looking. So it's not gonna burn or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. And then I'll get that. This moves on so well too. It just has a nice slick feel to it in my opinion, and it just smooths on so well. And so there you go. That's the first section. Okay. So go over here and start on this back section. Okay, see? Juicy hair. I love it. And I put the conditioner on this side. This was the last section, so that's why you can still see some of the foam. It hasn't soaked in all the way like the other sections, but that's okay. It still doesn't sit on top and leave a whole lot of white, so I'm okay with that.
I have walked through the darkest valley. I was lost, couldn't find my way. But then I heard him from within, he who died for my sins. He spoke my name, then I saw his face. Yes, I've seen his eternal glory. I felt his hand when I was astray. I never knew until then what his love truly meant. I was lost, but now I'm found by his grace. By his grace, by his grace, I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. By his grace.
Okay guys, you see what I'm doing? So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up and I'll be back when it's all applied. All right guys, I am back and I got the product all applied to my hair. Now, I will say that I was heavy-handed, okay? I also added some Jamaican black castor oil right up in here. So hopefully that won't mess up the set and hopefully it won't flake. But if y'all see something up in there, that's because I added that oil. Okay, so I was heavy-handed today because normally when I use this, like I said, I use just enough to give me what I want. I like fluffier hair. I like softer, touchable hair. I like volume. So that's what I get with this. And this time I said, you know what? Let me just, and I don't get flaking. So I've said that before as well. So today I said, you know what? Since I'm showing them, let me go a little bit heavy-handed because some of y'all are heavy-handed, including me. So I'm not calling you out, I'm just saying. Some of us are heavy-handed and we use a lot of gel. And so I wanted to see exactly how much gel I can use and see what kind of hold I get. If I use more gel, do I get more hold? Do I end up with a crunch if I use a lot of gel or whatever? Because sometimes I'll say, oh, this gel didn't give me any crunch, and y'all be like, that gel made my hair so crunchy. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, why? If, you know, I mean, I know people's hair is different climate and all that kind of stuff, but some of it I think has to do with how much you are applying. So I wanted to apply more. So with that being said, I used up almost the whole jar. This is only 8 ounces. So, you know, considering that's not bad because my hair is getting a little longer. And like I said, I was heavy-handed. I was going in because I wanted to see if I use a lot, will I get flaking? I also wanted to see if I use a lot, will I get more crunch? Will I get more hold? I wanted to be able to tell you guys that. So I'm not mad about me having to use this up just to be able to bring that to you guys. So I'll be able to tell the difference between the two sets if there is any. It could be that you can use as much as you want and it's still gonna be a soft hold. Who knows? Because my hair right now feels very soft. It's looking like it's getting actually a little bit frizzy, which is strange. I don't remember it doing that in the past, but guys, you know, it's been humid here, and so that's all right. So I'm just gonna smooth those down, and let me get under the dryer real quick, and we'll be back to talk about this hair, so stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back and hair is dry. I got 2 little wet patches here. That always happens, but I'm done with that dryer. Everything else is dry. Really good definition. I will say my hair still feels soft though. It still feels soft. It still does not feel like a crunch. There's no crunch on my hair. You know, there's, you know, a little hold. You can feel the coils, of course, but there's no crunch. It feels like it's gonna be soft now. I am not, I know y'all gonna be like, oh, well, maybe you will. Cause in this time, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell that I'm not gonna do it tomorrow, stretch it till tomorrow anyway. It'll seem like I'm stretched coming right back, but I'm not going to stretch it tonight because like I said when I started, it's already a little bit later in the day, and I'm not going anywhere today. Today is getting things done around the house. So I am going to go ahead and just let it be, and I will stretch it tomorrow and let y'all see how it looks tomorrow. So okay guys, I am back, and I'm going to be honest, this is not next day hair. I was not able to come back next day. I had a really early appointment outside the house. I did not have time to get on to show you next day hair. I did try to stretch it a little bit with bands while I just put on a tinted moisturizer because I had to get out the door. I wasn't going to try to wear a whole lot of makeup, so I didn't stretch it for a long period of time. Went out, did what I had to do in the elements, and came back, and my hair was still very much defined, very soft, still had a lot of shine to it. I want to let you know that. Okay. Then slept on it again, got up today, had a very early appointment today outside the house. Again, was not able to get on, show you. I tried stretching it again with bands for a little bit, and fluffed it up with my fingers. So didn't stretch it a whole lot. I mean, the curls were popping back, okay? I'm just gonna say they were popping back. There was a hold, but no crunch. Went out, did what I had to do today, and came back. Now it is afternoon, and what I did want to do was try to stretch it with heat to see how that looked, and so that's what I did. I just stretched it with heat, just real quick, and I popped on. So this is 3rd day hair that has been stretched with bands for 2 days and then with heat on top of that. So now it does have a little bit more frizz to it now that I've been messing with it, stretching it, put a little bit of heat on it, but I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's still popping right back. It is like the stretch does not want to stay. I think it is because it is so humid and I used so much product. So let me see. Yes, I didn't know that until I used it this time, because I used so much product, because I wanted to see if you get a stronger hold. If you use more, I will say you do get a hold, but you still don't get any crunch. And when I felt my hair, even though it had the hold and it had the softness but no crunch, it had an effect or a feel to it that I was like, okay, this is different. This is different. And now that I looked at the ingredients, glycerin is the second ingredient. I never paid attention to that before because it didn't ever feel real sticky or glycerin-y or anything. But I noticed that this time, now that I use more, I do have, it's still not sticky like some glycerin gels feel or anything like that. But it does have that soft, fluffy feel to it. And every time I go outside, or even if I don't, if I stretch it, like 10 minutes later, it's back drawn up. So I was like, why is it not keeping the stretch like it normally does? Glycerin is the second ingredient, and I wasn't heavy-handed on this time. So I want to let y'all know that. Okay, so here's my thoughts about it. If you are like me and you like fluffy hair and you like some definition, but you don't mind a little bit of frizz, you like hair that just feels like hair, like you know, just touchable, that people can put their fingers in and just feel soft, then you would like this, and you only need to use a little bit of it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be heavy-handed with it. You can use a regular amount and get that. And that's what I like. That's the look that I like. I use more this time, and I didn't necessarily like this look as much. It was very defined, it was very shiny, but it's flat. It was very flat, so it took a lot for me to try to get some height to it. That's why I had to keep stretching with bands, and then I eventually added heat to it today, because I'm just like, get some height to it, you know, and some shape. So if you're someone who likes flat hair, you want the definition, you don't necessarily want it to frizz out and get real big on day 3 or 4 or whatever, you want to try to make it last the week, I think you can get this to last the week. Don't think that you're going to have a crunch though, but you will have hold, and it will last you the week. But be prepared for it to shrink up, and then you have to band it every day probably to get the length that you want. I would say that, unless you already have pretty long hair. So I will say that. I also noticed that the scent lingered more. The more that I use, the scent lingered more. Normally I don't smell the scent as much when I use less, but this time I use more. The scent definitely lingered. So again, if you're sensitive to smells, use less, or maybe this may not be for you. The lavender does come out in the scent, so I want to let you know that. Once I stretched it with heat, it got rid of some of the shine, because it just broke more of the cast, so it got rid of some of the shine, but my hair still looks healthy and it feels good. I like the feel of it now better than I did before I used the heat, because that heat softened that little hold that was on there. So I did notice that when I used more this time, I could feel the hold more, and I could definitely tell that I had something on my hair, holding my hair, versus how it usually feels where it just feels like hair. So right now it just feels like hair. It broke that little hold that was on there somewhat, and so now it just feels like hair, where this morning when I just had banded it, I could feel that there was something on you know, each coil holding it in place. I can still feel a little bit of a hold, but it's nothing like it was earlier. If you look under here, I mean, it's holding, and I've done a lot of stretching to this, so yeah, but it's soft. So there you go. So I just wanted to come on and share that with you. I actually was going to just pitch this, because I was like, you know, I wasn't able to come back the next day. You know, it's 3 days later. I can't really show them what it looked like the next day. I don't feel like putting on makeup, because I haven't had on makeup all day, because I had a doctor's appointment, so I didn't wear any makeup this morning. But then I said, yeah, well, let me just go back on anyway and tell them. And some people will like the video, some people won't. It will help some people, and maybe it won't others. But I do want to let you know that for me, I'm going to use less. I'm not going to be as heavy-handed as I was this time with this. I do feel like if you use more, you're still not going to get a crunch. You will get a little bit more hold. You're also going to get a little bit more softness to it, where, because of the glycerin, where it's going to feel borderline sticky if you use too much. Now, mine doesn't feel sticky, but depending on your climate and stuff like that, you might get a little bit of that, so be aware. And you're going to get the shrinkage when you go outside. So for me, I'm going to go ahead back to the normal amount that I use, and I'm going to let my hair just feel good and free and get big as it wants to. I'm not going to try to make it more defined by using more product. Does that make sense? Okay, so yeah, so I did want to let you know that I love this gel though. I am so shocked that I used so much, almost the whole jar, which is way too much, and I still didn't get a crunch. Got hold, didn't get a crunch. I also am shocked that I used so much and I didn't get any flaking. I got on black. I wore black yesterday as well. I didn't get any flaking any of the time with this. So with this combination. So that's great. I hate that I used all this up though, because I love it. And I think I got one more jar around here, but I don't want to be out of this. So that's going to be a problem. So yeah, I actually wanted to show y'all, you know, right after and then third day, so you could see the difference. But I didn't get a chance to do that, so I apologize. But this is definitely third day hair right here. Not shaped the best because, like I said, I mean, I've been laying on it and messing around with it and everything, but it is what it is. It's going to get me through today. I'm probably going to wash it tomorrow because we do have plans this weekend, so I want my hair to be fresh for this weekend. But I definitely could get this to last me through tomorrow and probably a couple other days if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just wash it tomorrow because I want it fresh for the weekend. And also 4 days is what I like to do because I don't want to get too many tangles with all these, you know, curls and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of shed hair in there, so the quicker I wash it, the less tangles I'll have. But anyway, guys, that's it. I hope this video helped somebody. Let me know in the comment section if it did help you. Let me know if you will try this, if you have already tried it, if you have, what you used it with. Share all that in the comment section so we can learn from you. There may be another leave-in that this works really well with that people would want to know. So yeah, and guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.